Scott, after last Saturday, frustration, I guess.
Yeah, a wee bit disappointing. Obviously, the results very disappointing, but performance-wise, probably a wee bit disappointing. I didn't think first half we really got a hold of the game, but we were 1-0 up with a couple of minutes to go to half time. And if you see it through till half time, it's actually away from home. It's a decent first half without playing very well. So, it was disappointing to concede at that time, which then gives them a wee bit of momentum going into the second half. But I thought actually we kind of stemmed that relatively well the first 5-10 minutes, and then we concede a poor second goal. It's frustrating. The first goal's a massive deflection. I think it loops over Finn's head to the boy at the back post. There's not a massive amount you can do about it. The second one is our own fault, essentially. So yeah, disappointing. Not a great performance, and yeah, hopefully we can kick back on next week. I don't think it was a horrific performance by any means. We just weren't quite at the levels of last week, and as soon as you dip a wee bit in this league, the teams are so kind of eatsy peaksy, if you like, that as soon as you dip a wee bit and you're not totally at it, then these results can happen.
And particularly disappointing, I guess, Max got his first goal for the club, which is encouraging. He'd kind of threatened to do that the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, at half time, chances wise, we could probably be 3-1 up. We had another 2 really good chances. Considering they had more of the ball, I can't really remember them having any great chances. And until it opened up a wee bit near the end, they didn't really have many great. I don't think Jacobs had that many saves to make, to be honest. So yeah, it was a really good finish, very composed. And then the second one, I think the keeper's done well to get out on top of him really quickly. But as I say, it's great for Max, but it probably could have been 2 or 3 winners at half time.
Second half, I thought as the game wore on, they got 2-1 up. It was almost as if they decided, let's try and shop at the back, and then we really struggled to get through them a wee bit. Is that fair?
Well, I wouldn't say we struggled to get through them any more than they struggled to get through us in the first half. Their keepers had an unbelievable save from a volley. In that wee spell, we had 2 or 3 unbelievable deliveries into the box and just couldn't get in the end of them. Things just didn't seem to drop our way in the box today, which is unfortunate, but I think we were in and around the box enough. I thought Darren done well when he came on, but yeah, it just didn't quite fall for us. It was maybe kind of too little too late, if you like.
I was going to say, as you said, Scott, that this league, people were going on that we're criticising Ray here because Forfar hadn't had a win so far, but this league is so tight that anybody can beat anybody else.
Well, that's it. You look at us last week, we hadn't won a game. East Fife came our second top of the league and we beat them, so they would have been saying the same last week. And that's exactly what it's like when you're especially home games, when you're 100% at it. It gives you a massive chance, and I don't think, as I said, I don't think it was a terrible performance today. We just weren't quite at the levels we were at last week, and they need to understand that as soon as you drop slightly in terms of, and don't get me wrong, I don't think for a second the work rate wasn't as high, but when the press isn't quite there, the intensity isn't quite there, it just didn't quite click. We changed formation to try and change that, and we did. We came back into the game, but it just didn't click quite as seamlessly as it did last week. And as I say, when that happens, you're going to struggle.
Back to home next week, Stirling Albion at home, a team that we've actually already seen this season. I guess it just makes it all the more important we're back home. Let's push on.
Yeah, it's another home game. I said that to the boys in there. It's obviously we've lost a game. No, you don't want to lose games, but it's not an absolute disaster. It's 7 games into the season. We beat second top last week. The performance wasn't quite as good this week, but there was still signs in the first half. We had 2 or 3 really good chances. We had a good chance in the second half. Keepers made a great save. It wasn't a disaster by any means. Far from it. Forfar's a hard place to come, as we know, having won in 17 now here. So we know it's a hard place to go, but back home next week I would expect us to be a good bit better than we were today.